Yeah, I am gonna be on Power this Sunday, so you guys should watch me. It's been cool because thank you. I've been out here for 2 years. I'm a stand-up comedian for real, but I'm gonna be on TV, so that's what's up. Like, came out here to live my dreams, so it's happening. If you see me driving Lyft, mind your motherfucking business. For real. LA's so weird. I told a girl, she's like, so what do you do? I was like, I do stand-up comedy and like drive Lyft on the side. She was like, Lyft? I was like, well, what do you do? She was like, oh, I drive Uber. I was like, bitch, that's the same. I'll run you over. Get in front of my car. I'll run your ass over. Don't shit on my dreams. It's been cool. I quit my full-time job 3 years ago, man. I like just had to take that leap of faith. I used to be a caseworker, man. Gotta do it, man. Fuck those poor people. It was horrible. I used to give out food stamps and Obamacare. I hated it. I hated it so much. Now I'm pursuing my dream. Now I need food stamps and Obamacare. You see how life come back around and bite you in the ass. I'm all in the office like, help me, see me, feed me. And like, Brandi, you gotta get to the back of the line. I'm like, girl, I'll come into your office and tear all them goddamn cat posters down, okay? It's always one person in the office with a cat mouse pad, a cat desktop. She got cat everything, and she always wanna bring shit to the potluck. Like, listen, Linda, we already know that your cat been all over your countertops, okay? We don't want your potato salad. Stop. Who brought the pre-made food? I used to get hit on by my clients, which was also like interesting. Yeah, because it's like after the interview, you just told me you ain't had a job in 6 months, you living with your parents, you can't feed your kids. But after the interview, they like, I'm gonna get her number though. Like that's really high self-esteem. That's like the second time OJ got out. You know what I'm saying? That's like really high confidence, right? It was crazy because when he did it so cool. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, today's a good day, Marcus. You've been approved for the food stamps and the Obamacare. He was like, that's cool, Miss Denise. And he leaned back and he licked his lips. I thought he was hungry. I was like, okay. He was like, I got a question for you though. And I was like, dang, well that's not how interviews work, but what's up, Marcus? He was like, was I approved for your number though? I'm like, this is crazy. Oh, I would give you my number, but it's this little thing stopping me. It's called a background check, Marcus. No, you can't have my goddamn number. You can't feed you. I know you can't feed me. Where the hell we gonna go? On a grocery shopping food stamp day? We all in Whole Foods. He acting like it's supermarket sweep. You can have whatever you like. My dumb ass. Where organic milk at, babe?
My girlfriend, my fiance, she sits. Thank you clapping for me remembering that I was engaged. Thank you. Or is she here? No, she's not here. She would never come to this big moment in my comedy career. No, she's working. She's an esthetician. That's her job. You guys know what that is? I don't. Some people, I didn't know either. I thought it was someone who's like an expert in Emilio Estevez movies. That's not it. No, she like waxes strangers' buttholes, I guess. Their pussies and their buttholes. That's what she does, right? Clap it up if you go to an esthetician. Anyone go to an esthetician? Go people? Yeah, cool. For what? Or for everything. Cool. They do eyebrows and stuff too. I mostly hear about the buttholes when she comes home. But I'm a good boyfriend. I let her. I'll tell you this. I let her wax my little butthole. I thought that was nice. You know how you do a nice thing for your partner? You know you gotta support their career. You married, sir? You are. What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? Oh, what's your job? Professor, sure. You ever? No, I believe it. You're a visiting professor. Where are you visiting from? Where are you visiting from? From Germany. Great. Hey. Nothing for Germany. I thought unbiased. I was like, what do we think? And not a fan, I guess. No, I hear it's beautiful. And you're a professor in Germany. And your wife. She She works in a hospital. I bet does she ever help out at home? You know, you skin your knee, she puts a Band-Aid on for you. That's sort of what I'm talking about, except with hot wax in my little butthole. You guys do that in Germany? Put a little hot wax in the butthole. And that sounds like the worst part, but then they rip it right out. They let it get hard. It was not a great day. Like, neither of us really wanted to do it. She didn't want to do it to me. I didn't want her to do it to me, but it just, you know, it just felt like one of those necessary couple activities you gotta do, you know? Play Scrabble or whatever, 69. Thinks no one's enjoying this. We just gotta do it, so we did it. I think we both learned a lot about each other in that moment. Like, she learned that I've been taking very good care of my butthole for the last 30 years. And I learned what a real orgasm feels like. So it's pretty good on both ends. Fun. Some cool stuff back there, turns out. Had no idea. You know what I'm talking about? Germany knows what I'm talking about.
I went to this 5-star restaurant the other day. It's literally right on Tropicana, right across the street from here. Hooters. And my waitress was a guy. In uniform. That was the weirdest part, right? The orange shorts, the little halter top. And not a transitioning guy. That would make sense. I would understand that. No, this was just some young kid that was trying to prove a point. You know, if women can work here, I can work here. Comes up to the table with attitude. Can I start you off with anything? I'm like, yeah, start me off with some fucking Hooters. How about that? I'm not here for the mozzarella sticks there, Chief. You know? If that's what I want to see, I'll go to Chippendales, you know? Which I did later that day. I'm just saying there's a time and a place for everything, you know? You go to Hooters for that one reason. Like, skedaddle back in the kitchen, see what you can rustle up back there. A couple minutes later, the manager comes out to see who the problem customer was. And I was like, all right, well, finally, thank God. I mean, you should have seen the rack on this guy. Yeah. He went the extra mile. We live in a country where you can own as many semi-automatic weapons as you want, and that's your constitutional right. Yep. But ask for a straw. And now you're a villain. You're not supposed to shame people for anything, but they will shame you for asking for a straw. You know, you're killing fish. I'm like, I'm just trying to drink like one, for Christ's sakes. I don't want to put my lips on that glass where I clearly see a thumbprint, okay? Get me a straw or I'll go get my gun and shoot you. How about that?
Round of applause for your servers and bartenders tonight, huh? Make sure you take care of them. I used to serve tables. That job fucking sucks. Because not only do you have to serve people, which, yuck, you have to learn like lingo, like special lingo. If someone comes in the kitchen and they go, 86 tots, that means there's no more tots. If someone's holding a tray and they're coming around the corner and they go, corner, that means they're coming around the corner, okay? There's stuff you need to pick up. Sometimes you might take a server home and have sex with him. I've done it. You might take a server home and have donkey-style sex with him. And if you do, please, just have the common courtesy, just a quick, behind? Right behind you. Just gonna squeeze in right behind you. Right behind you. Corner. Behind. I used to serve tables, man. I used to serve tables at Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. If you're not familiar, it's a Forrest Gump movie-themed restaurant, okay? That shit is real. And as a server, you were required by management to ask Forrest Gump movie trivia at every table. Had to ask the trivia. So the first month, I was just happy to have a job. I thought if I ask these questions, I'd make more money. I go to the tables like, hey guys! You guys ready to do a little trivia? All right, cool. Real quick, what was Forrest's favorite soda? Dr. Pepper, that's right, free straws! free straws for that table. Watch out. But cut to like a year later when I still worked there. Wanted to burn the place to the fucking ground. I go up to tables all hungover, mid-dinner rush, like, all right, gang, listen up. At what point in the movie did Jenny die of AIDS? What song was Jenny listening to while she was snorting coke and contemplating suicide? How fast did Forrest Gump come when he touched Jenny's tit in her dormitory? Immediately, that's right, free straws.
Guys, give it up for the cocktail servers that are serving you here tonight. They're working very hard. It's a tough job. Please take care of them. I know, I actually tried cocktail serving once for 7.5 years. And I didn't love it because people get a little self-unaware when they drink. You know, when I was working in the bar, drunk people were always asking me for drink recommendations. Like, what should I drink? What shots should I take? What should I drink? I'm like, why are you melting? You sound like Rihanna. Should I drink? Tell me what to drink. Like, you don't need a drink at all anymore. You need to go home and record an album. That sounds amazing. For some reason, you guys, when I was cocktail serving, I got asked to do more than one threesome. I think I got like a strong, like, a la carte vibe. You know? Like, I don't look like I would be good on my own, but like maybe in addition to something else, and just fine. Like, I don't really get offended by that. I was a little confused once because this guy was giving me this whole sales pitch of like why I should hook up with him and his wife. I mean, I don't do this, by the way, either. It's not like I'm like, oh, ask me about the threesome special. Like, I wasn't putting that out there. But he's like, I think my wife would really be into your beautiful personality. I'm like, I don't think that's how sex works. I don't, you know. I think he thought like my serving skills were gonna transfer over to the bedroom, you know? Like, I'd be like, you guys doing okay in here? Is everybody equally stimulated? Sir, you still working on that? You want me to get that ass out the way for ya? Ready for another round? I'm just like, what happened with this couple's last group sex situation to where his wife was like, you get me someone with a better personality next time. Yeah, I liked the other girl physically, but she just wasn't very social. I wanted to talk about Game of Thrones after. And you know how I told you guys that women are auditory creatures? Because we can hear stuff you didn't say? Well, like, what I heard when he said that was like, hey, lady that I don't know. Physically, but your quick wit is really making up for those subpar titties. Why don't you come hook up with me and my wife? That's all I heard. One of my biggest pet peeves as a server is when people would flag me over, but then they weren't ready to order. You guys. I'd be like, excuse me, can we get some service over here? Hello? And then I'd go over there, I'm like, yeah, because I was a professional. And they're like, we don't know what to get. What do you think we should get? We didn't look at what to get. I'm like, have you tried the fuck out? It's really good this time of now. Get out. We had like a lot of celebrities come in the bar that I worked in. I worked in a hotel, and Suge Knight was one of our regulars. Yeah, it was fun. And do you guys know who Suge Knight is? Clap if you know who Suge Knight is. He didn't clap. Don't respond. I'm kidding. Okay. He's like this big gangster, like, record producer guy. I don't know what he does. He just wears red shirts. But he'd always come in the bar and like ask for stuff that we didn't have. Like, I think he was just always looking for an excuse to like hang someone over the balcony. You know what I mean? So he'd be like, I want some mac and cheese. I'm like, we don't have mac and cheese, Shug. He's like, okay. I want a root beer float. I'm like, well, I want Tupac to be alive. We can always get what we want. Am I right? This is something I'm really proud of about myself, you guys. I'm a homeowner. Thank you. Thank you so much. But I realize it's a lot of like hard work and responsibility. Like the hardest part for me about being a homeowner is figuring out how to regularly bring it up during conversation so that people know that I am better than them, you know what I mean? I gotta get creative about it. It's like, yeah, the temperatures are really high this summer, but not as high as my property taxes. Yeah, I own.